Hello class and welcome to English Language Arts. Today we will be focusing on the story of the Three Little Pigs. Has anyone read this story? Okay, awesome. So some of you are familiar with this story, which is great. For those of you who are not familiar with the story, it is about three little pigs and a wolf who comes and pays them a visit to their homes. Each home is made out of a different material, which is going to be a very important part of the story. You guys will see later on, and it will talk about how each material affects the homes in a different way. I don't want to give too much of the story away, so that is all I'm going to say for right now. As I read the story out loud, I want you to take notes on the wolf in order to form an opinion about him. Today we will focus on the standard CCSS ELA Literacy W11, which is write an opinion piece in which students introduce the topic or name the book they are writing about, state an opinion, supply a reason for the opinion, and provide some sense of closure. In other words, can anyone attempt to tell me what they think this means? Yes, our focus for the class will be to form an opinion about the story, and in this case specifically about the wolf, and write an opinion piece about it, where you will use evidence from the story to support your opinion. Awesome job, guys. Can anyone tell me why this specific lesson is important to learn? Or does anyone have an idea of why this is important? Thank you so much for sharing, Junie. This is a very great lesson to learn because we will all form opinions every day, but sometimes we might not know exactly what we feel about a certain topic or why someone else feels differently about the same topic we're talking about. And in order to have an effective conversation, you need logical evidence when you're talking about your opinion, so that way you can support it. Keep in mind that this lesson will follow you throughout your day-to-day lives when you make opinions about things, and also for you to be able to understand other perspectives other than your own. Awesome job, guys. Does anyone have any questions before we start the reading? Okay, I see that Junie has her notebook out. Awesome job, Junie, for following directions. I see Asher with his notebook. Awesome job. Great, I see everyone with their notebooks out, so I will begin reading the story. Remember to write down notes so you can have evidence to refer to when deciding your opinion. All right, here we go. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs, and the time came for them to leave home and seek their fortunes. Before they left, their mother told them, "Whatever you do it the best you can, because that's the way to get along in the world." The first little pig built his house out of straw because it was the easiest thing to do. The second little pig, built his house out of sticks. That was a little bit stronger than the straw house. The third little pig built his house out of bricks. One night, the big bad wolf, who dearly loved to eat fat little piggies, came along and saw the first little pig in his house of straw. He said, let me in, little pig, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the little pig. But of course, the wolf did blow the house in and ate the first little pig. Oh no, so can anyone raise their hand and let me know how they feel about the wolf so far? Yeah, he doesn't seem to be a very nice character to begin with, but let's see how the story changes. The wolf then came to the house of sticks. Let me in, little pig, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the little pig. But the wolf blew that house in too and ate the second little pig. Oh no. The wolf then came to the house of bricks. Let me in, cried the wolf, "or I'll huff and I'll puff till I blow your house down." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the pigs. Well, the wolf huffed and puffed, but he could not blow down that brick house. But the wolf was a sly old wolf, and he climbed up on the roof and to look for a way into the brick house. The little pig saw the wolf climb up to the roof and lit a roaring fire in the fireplace and placed it on a large kettle of water. When the wolf finally found the hole in the chimney, he crawled down and kerplash right into the kettle of water, and that was the end of his troubles with the big bad wolf. The next day, the little pig invited his mother over. She said, "You see, it is just as I told you. The way to get along in the world is to do things as well as you can." Fortunately for the little pigs, he learned that lesson and he lived happily ever after.